everyone, how's it going? Johnny Truckin' here. I guess it's just gonna be a little bit of a vlog. I just felt like talking. Not gonna be very much of an educational video here, but more just me talking and kind of, I guess, rant. I don't know if it's a rant or just kind of just trying to release my thoughts, because it's been honestly a very stressful week this past week, and I'm also dealing with a little bit of I guess a little bit of depression. And if you ask me why I'm dealing with depression, my answer to you is going to be just, I don't know, it's just how I feel. Not anything in particular, just it happens from time to time, you know. We all deal with some sort of, whether it be seasonal depression or some kind of depression, or just, it could be minor, it could be major, minor, whatever, right? But I just know what I'm feeling right now, because I've been through it before. I'll get through it again, but you know, it's been a stressful week. This past week, it's been a good week as far as getting things like miles and stuff like that is concerned. I guess, you know, like I got good miles this past week, and my pay is going to be really good. And but it has been very stressful. I mean, this past week, I've pretty much been stuck going back and forth between, you know, like the Northeast area, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, New Jersey. I've just been stuck going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth pretty much all week. I was trying to think, like, where did my week start last week? It started on Monday, and I think I was I in Pennsylvania or was I in Ohio? I was either in Pennsylvania or Ohio. I think I was in Ohio. I can't remember, but I know that I started off the week there. Yes, I did start it off in the week, because actually I have one of the videos that I have in queue that I need to work on, and I haven't started working on, but I have all the footage ready. I just need to get it edited. But yeah, it was from Ohio to New Jersey that I had that piece of video. Anyways, it started in Ohio, and I mean, I haven't gotten out of here. The whole entire week it's just been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So the miles have been good, like, don't get me wrong, but like it would be nice to see something other than Pennsylvania for a change. I don't know. It's just been stressful, I guess. From I've said it before, driving through Pennsylvania is not always fun. There's a lot of uphills and down. Really, sorry, my truck's about to go into. That's see, stressful things of trucking. But anyways, going up and navigating up and down some of the steepest downhills, some of the and whatnot in the country, in my opinion. Although there's some pretty bad ones in Colorado and some in the Montana area, but there's some pretty deep ones in Pennsylvania. A lot of mountain driving. Whenever you're on the turnpike, you're pretty much going to be navigating a bunch of mountain driving and a bunch of sharp curves and really low downhills. And this week, majority of my loads have been 40,000 pounds or more, pretty much fully loaded. And I mean, navigating the hills and the mountains and stuff with 40,000 pounds kind of sucks. You know, you're going up hills going like 30 miles an hour, because that's all you can do. And then going down a hill, it feels like you can't slow the damn thing down as much as you use. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. You know, I know how to use the Jake brake in combination with the service brake to make sure that I get down speed. But it's dangerous, and it's kind of scary sometimes. And then once you get off of the highways and you get into the towns in Pennsylvania, I mean, all the roads are narrow, all the roads are small, the turns are very tight. Everything is just a pain, in my opinion. And having to experience that the entire week has been just very stressful. And it's, you know, I don't know. It changed my mood from being ready to go to work to like I just want to be done for a little bit. And granted, now today I'm on I just started my 34-hour reset, so I'm very happy to at least be on a 34-hour reset so I can get a little bit of a break and try to decompress a little bit. But man, yeah, it's just been kind of a stressful week, kind of just like, like, granted, I can always kind of look at the positives and try to at least and say, you know, didn't get into any accidents, didn't hit anything, you know, I've been safe the entire week. There were some very, very, very tight, close calls throughout the week. Kind of got stuck on one turn in Pennsylvania where I had to back out and readjust the turn like midway into the turn because I wasn't going to be able to clear it, but I fixed it and I got it. Had another one that was almost the same, but I was able to at least complete the turn where I didn't have to worry about you know, backing up and fixing the turn. All my backs have been pretty good. You know, weren't very many that were challenging. They were all pretty good. Had one problem with the trailer where not a kingpin, the tandem pins on one of the older trailers that I picked up, the pin actually broke. So when you pull the tandem bar, the pin just wouldn't go in. Like, I guess the spring broke or something, and I couldn't see it. I tried getting under it to see if I could see if there was any kind of like a spring latch or something that I could latch back, but I couldn't get in there enough to see what it could be. But basically, you'd go to the pin and you could push the pin with your hand and it would go in, like it wasn't stuck, but it just, whenever you pull the bar, it just wouldn't go in. So it kept me from being able to pull the tandem bar, the tandems all the way to the back at one of the shippers. But they didn't make a big deal out of it. They were pretty nice. And they didn't make a big stink about it, so it was okay. But it kind of sucked because I was out there for probably like 20 or 30 minutes fiddling with the tandems just to see if I could get them back, until I finally figured out that, oh crap, the pin was actually broken, and it wouldn't respond to anything that the bar was doing. The other three would. They were kind of stuck, so I had to kind of bang them in, but one of them just was not responding to that, so that was not fun. But you know, other than that, you know, everything else went pretty good, and I was able to get all my stuff delivered on time and got all my pickups on time, and didn't really have a lot of things from that respect, right? But I mean, just, oh God, driving in Pennsylvania fully loaded most of the week was just a pain in the ass, and it's very, very stressful, and it wasn't fun. And like at least 2 or 3 of those days, it was wet and rainy and cold, which is the worst combination. So I was not having a lot of fun this week. It was very like, I feel like it could have gone better, but you know, it could have been worse, right? But I try to look at the positives, but oh my God, sometimes it's just, you just feel it, you know. And as far as, you know, being depressed and whatnot, it just happens. Seasonal depression, I guess, because you know it's getting colder, and I don't know. I just sometimes, you know, I don't know how to explain it really, but I do know that when I start feeling this way, I have to do things that make me happy, that I like, that will make me happy, will change my mood a little bit. I've also been so busy this week, you know, with how I'm having to run this past week, that my breaks have been pretty much, you know, about you know, just 10 hours, or you know, or just a little bit more, maybe like 11, you know. But I'm pretty much, you know, stopping, eating, you know, bathroom, shower, and then go to bed, because I mean, I'm tired and I'm just exhausted. And so I haven't had any, I mean, there was one day in the week where I did get some jogging in and did get a little workout in, but I like to work out a lot more typically, and it helps decompress me and my mind and my body, and I just haven't had a chance to do that. So today I'm definitely going to do that, because working out and sweating and all that is one of the things that I love to do. And so when I don't get to do it, I do start kind of building up a little bit of stress, and I do start kind of getting a little depressed because I feel like I'm not taking care of myself. I guess that's one way to put it, right? So I'm gonna do that today, so hopefully that'll make me feel better. Another thing that was kind of like today, right? Today, just this morning, I delivered the last load before my 34, and it went good. That went perfect. I dropped it off. I was able to drop. I was able to hook, and it was pretty seamless, and it was cool, and it was easy. wasn't hard at all. And then I got back to the truck stop that I'm at here in New Jersey at this Petro, and they have an iron skillet, which I have never, all these TAs and stuff that I've been to before, I've never been and like stopped and eaten at one of the iron skillet restaurants that most Petros and TAs have. And so I've been saving it throughout this whole entire week, right? I've been eating out of the truck. There was maybe one time where I think I may have had some like chicken nuggets or something like that, just because I was like, I needed something quick. But other than that, I've been eating out of the truck, right? I've been eating my salads, my fruit. I've been eating that and whatnot, and I've been feeling pretty good about all that. And then, but I had this plan that when the end of the week came, I was going to go to a restaurant and eat something nice, right? Because I just thought, save it. Anticipation, work up to it. And I'm gonna go and actually sit down at a restaurant and have, a meal, right? Because I don't usually do that. Maybe try to do that at least once a week, just to kind of, you build up to it and you kind of reward yourself, right? For me, that's how I feel, right? So I wanted to eat. I was like, I'm gonna go to this iron skillet right here, and I'm gonna eat some pancakes. I haven't eaten like breakfast food in quite some time, so I was like, I'm gonna give me some pancakes and all that, hash browns and bacon, all that fun stuff. Well, I go to this Petro, right? I go to this iron skillet, and I sit down, and immediately the waitress is just, you can already tell she's not in a mood, or she's in a mood, she's not in a good mood. And just the whole entire experience with her, she was just kind of like, what do you like to drink? Can I get and me, even as stressed as I am right now, and even as little, a little depressed as I am today, and this week, I still keep a good attitude when it comes to people, right? So when she comes up to me and I say, oh hi, I say hello, and she says, there you go, what do you like to drink? Could I get a coffee and a glass of water, please? Thank you. Okay, all right. So then she comes back, I have the menu, and I already know what I'm looking at. I see what I want, and then she gets her little thing out, and I said, can I get this? And how would you like your eggs scrambled, or how would you like your eggs done? Can I get them scrambled, please? Bacon, sausage, or ham? Can I get bacon, please? God, yeah. Pancakes, French toast. Can I get pancakes? Can I get pancakes, please? Thank you so much. And how I said that right there, like, thank you so much. That's how I talk. It's because I like to present myself and like, I respect you, you respect me, kind of thing. And I present myself as, I don't give people attitude. I try to have a good attitude, even when I'm not feeling like I'm in a good mood, right? Like I don't like to be bitchy to people, unless you deserve it. But she's already made up her mind. She's just having a day, and she's just gonna treat everybody like that. But I'm like, dude, come on, man. And to me, like, I'm like, really? Like, I had to get the one lady today that just wasn't feeling it today. And when I'm looking for some kind of a pick-me-up, and the pick-me-up was going to be sitting down in this meal, and eating it and having just a nice time at a restaurant, right, or whatever. And the lady was just her mood was so blah that I was just kind of like, oh my god, like, okay, thanks for making me feel better. Like, God, I feel like I just fucking wasted your time, or like I feel like I'm like a burden to you. Like, should I just go and eat? I almost had half a mind when I asked for the water and the coffee and I saw what her attitude was. I almost had half a mind just to say, you know what, no, never mind, I don't want to do this. But I had already sat down and I was like, you know what, we'll see how it goes. And it didn't get any better. She didn't even check on me one time while I was eating and whatnot. And typically a server will at least come over to your table at least once or twice to just kind of check up on you and make sure that everything's okay and everything came out good, and if you need anything else. And she didn't ask me one time. And then she just comes over and, you know, drops the, like, randomly just comes and drops the check in front of me. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even ask for the check, but that's cool. But what if I wanted something else? What if I wanted, you know, a dessert or something? But she didn't ask that. She just dropped the check there. So I'm like, okay. So apparently you're telling me that my dining service is done. Granted, I didn't need a refill or anything. I had coffee and a water. And I didn't finish them, but God forbid if I would have finished one of them, if I would have asked for a refill or something. Like, good Lord! But she did not make me feel better. It's not her job to make me feel better, but it's at least her job to make me feel welcome, to make me feel like, you know, I'm gonna have a good experience here today. And she did not do that. And it's just funny because I don't know, like, I'm a good tipper. When it comes to, when I sit in a restaurant, I tip 20% is my start. 20% of my bill is my start, right? And then I go higher. If the service is just outstanding, I will tip higher than that, because I just know how hard the life of being a server is. You don't get paid like a normal hourly wage employee does, and your wages are pretty much dependent on the tips that you get. But come on, man, when you can't even make somebody feel welcome in a restaurant or anywhere that you know, any kind of customer service, when you can't even make them feel like they should be there, I don't feel like you deserve my extra. I don't know, like, you don't, like, she just called me on a bad day and I was still being very, very nice and she was not. And so I'll be honest, I gave her a $2 tip, and I thought that was generous, because I was like, wow, like, you did not make me feel welcome. You didn't even, like, try to pretend to look happy. Like, you just looked in a very bitchy mood and you took it out on me. You made me feel like I just made your day worse by being here. And when I feel like that at a restaurant, I don't feel like I should tip you, because, and I still tipped her. I could have put 0 on there. Easily could have put 0 on there. But I didn't. I still tipped her something. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It was supposed to make my mood feel better. I was supposed to go to this restaurant. I was supposed to sit down and I was supposed to just have a good meal and feel good and come out of there feeling like, okay, I'm ready to turn things around today. And she did not do that for me. She made it worse. But just sitting here and talking already about it, I already feel a little bit better. And I think what I'm going to do the rest of the day is I'm just going to chill out. I want to go get a workout done, but I'm going to chill out. I'm going to work on my video, because I've been dying to work on it and edit it and put it out for y'all to see. So I'm going to work on that as soon as I put out this one real quick, I guess. But but I want to do that, and then I'm just going to watch football the rest of the day and just chill out and relax and get ready for the next week and see what the next week brings. But I thought I would at least let you know, share that with y'all, just because, you know, it's easier for me to express myself this way than it is to just kind of sit here and let it kind of manifest in my head. If I spread it out and put it out in the ether, it makes me feel better, and maybe gives you a little bit of insight on what it's like being in this bubble sometimes that is a semi truck, and how you can feel kind of, it can be stressful, but you work yourself through it and you do things to kind of make yourself feel better. But to that lady at that Petro here that served me, I know life is tough. I know things are tough. I know things aren't easy, but try to take it easy on people, because you never know who might not be having such a good day, and you just being nice to them could really turn it around and make them feel a lot better. But anyways, y'all guys have a good one. I'll be releasing the video today, hopefully, and so be on the lookout for that. But I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for following me on this journey, and I'll see y'all later on today. Laters.